Well, winter is rapidly approaching, the temperatures are definitely dropping, but what's not dropping is my calendar, so it's time to turn the page and see what this month's beautiful bird is. It's the common pheasant. The inclusion of the common or ring-necked pheasant on this list of beautiful birds is a bit controversial. So far this list has contained only native UK birds. The pheasant is an introduced species, although in many places, particularly East Anglia where I live, they have become naturalised. Even so, most pheasants you see are captive bred and reared. But they are on the calendar, and they are a beautiful bird, so here we are. Pheasants are believed to have arrived in Britain with the Romans, who reared them for food. There's no evidence that they bred here, and pheasants disappeared from Britain when the Romans left, and there's no more records of them appearing until 1059. The Normans popularised the pheasant as a game bird and actually passed laws protecting them, which allowed the population to grow during the late 11th and early 12th centuries. By the 1500s, shooting began to take off as a sport, and King Henry VIII and other nobles would hunt them with shotguns, crossbows and hawks. These early pheasants were not the same species you see today. Originally they were black-necked pheasants, but in the 17th century the UK population of pheasants almost became extinct due to woodland clearance and the draining of marshes. The ring-necked pheasant was introduced in the 18th century and almost completely displaced the black-necked pheasant. Every year millions of pheasants are released into the British countryside for the purposes of shooting. The shooting season for pheasants runs from the 1st of October through to the end of January. The industry is worth around £2 billion a year. After the late summer releases there is a population peak of around 50 million pheasants. However, by May this number will have fallen to around 4.6 million, although this still makes up around 20% of the total biomass of all breeding birds. Pheasants are opportunistic feeders and will eat anything from grains and seeds to insects, worms, other invertebrates, small rodents, reptiles and even young birds. Their wide diet and huge population does cause many conservationists to worry about their impact on our native wildlife. Evidence suggests that the decline of some rare species, including the loss of adders to the brink of extinction, has been caused by the uncontrolled release of millions of pheasants by shooting estates. Studies have also shown that only about a third of pheasant deaths are caused by shooting, with predators such as foxes and crows taking a significant proportion. This has led to an increase in the number of generalist predators, which has had a knock-on effect on the predation of native birds and animals. Other research, however, has indicated that because shooting estates are incentivised to carefully manage the pheasant's woodland habitat, these areas actually show either no impact or a positive impact on certain herbs and shrubs and songbird populations. But as with most studies of nature, more research is needed. So with the history and controversy out of the way, let's examine what makes the pheasant worthy of inclusion on the beautiful birds list. Male pheasants are the more chubby birds. They have bronze plumage with a red face and wattle. They have a green neck with a white ring around it that gives it its name. They're a fairly large bird with a long tail. The females may be less colourful, but they're no less beautiful, with sandy brown plumage with patterns of black spots and bars. They can weigh around 980 to 1,400 grams and have a wingspan of around 80 centimetres. As well as being more colourful, the males are also larger than the females. Pheasants can fly, but prefer to run when startled. But if they decide running isn't good enough to get away, they will burst upwards into a fast flight, reaching speeds of up to 90 km an hour. They are a ground nesting bird, nesting in scrapes lined with grass and leaves, often under hedges or other dense cover. Males gather a harem of several females and will mate several times during the season. Each female will usually only lay one clutch of 8 to 15 pale olive eggs a year. Chicks are quite capable when born and they can leave the nest when only a few hours old. They're able to feed themselves, but they will stay near the hen for several weeks. They grow quickly and can fly after 12 to 14 days. Life is not easy for pheasants due to their lot as a game bird. It's rare for a pheasant to reach 2 years old, although of course they're capable of living much longer, well over 20 years if kept in captivity. Females are more likely to survive because of the preference for hunters to target the male birds. Well, that's it for another month of beautiful birds. Only one more to go this year. Any guesses what it's going to be? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please do let me know, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.